Is it wrong of House Speaker Pelosi to come to Taiwan?
Definitely not, because it is China that is belligerent and threatening.
All of this for an 82-year-old woman with bones made of peanut brittle.
Hi everyone and welcome back to a breaking news edition of 外国人介绍台湾新闻. In the middle of my Swedish vacation filled with Taiwanese lunchboxes and interviews with Swedish people who want to go and visit Taiwan. Taiwan has made global headlines literally all over the world since Nancy Pelosi have now actually visited Taiwan, being the highest ranked US official to do so in 25 years. And because of this, a lot of you have been asking me what the Swedish and global news are thinking about this historical event. So I decided to take a break from my Swedish vacation and with the help of a green screen and some camera magic, return back to my Taiwan news reporting studio in the middle of Taipei to let you know that the number of headlines covering Taiwanese news in global media this week are just as many as the number of Chinese warplanes currently circulating the country. Pelosi's visit has without a doubt been the biggest news, not only in Taiwan, not only in Sweden, but in the entire world. In fact, right before her visit, the plane she was on with the flight tracking code SPAR-19 was actually the most tracked plane in the world, according to Flight Radar 24. And as I already mentioned, this has of course also been the biggest news in Swedish media these last couple of weeks. And Ambassador Yao, the Taiwan ambassador to Sweden, was actually invited to our largest news program, Aktuellt. Yes, the same Aktuellt as Lars Adaktusson was the host of before deciding to come here and support the country of Taiwan.
If we, from a small country like Sweden, can give support to a country like Taiwan, and I say country, we should definitely do that. We could do more, and we should do more.
And during this interview on Aktuellt, Ambassador Yao is being asked some great questions and also give his and Taiwan's answer if it was actually such a great idea that Pelosi came and visited Taiwan in the first place.
Was it wrong of House Speaker Pelosi to come to Taiwan?
Definitely not, because it is China that is belligerent and threatening.
But if she hadn't come, none of this would have happened.
Yeah, many people also argue that. But if she hadn't come, that means that China's narrative, the creative narrative by Chinese Communist Party, would be successful. And all the other countries will accept China's narrative that Taiwan is part of China. So it would mean that Taiwan's democracies and the freedom wouldn't be respected by all the other countries.
In addition to Ambassador Yao and the Swedish media, the news that China are now conducting military drills with live ammunition right outside the coast of Taiwan has of course also been the biggest news in the US media recently, with Taiwan also getting a lot of attention in the very popular late night shows with, for example, Trevor Noah and Stephen Colbert.
It's scary, but it's also ridiculous.
All of this for an 82-year-old woman with bones made of peanut brittle.
And in addition to this, several other media both in Sweden, the US and all over the world have of course shown their support for Taiwan and condemned these military drills and exercises by the Chinese military. And for me personally, a Swede living in Taiwan, this is kind of like a double-edged sword. Of course, I'm very happy that Swedish news are covering these very important Taiwanese related topics, but at the same time there tends to only be reports on Taiwan when it comes to China and the Chinese military, which makes it very difficult for me to tell my friends and family that they should come here and visit me in the amazing country of Taiwan. And it has actually reached the point where my mom is very skeptic and for the first time in 11 years don't want me to actually live in Taiwan. And just a couple of days ago she was actually very seriously asking me if it was not time for me to think about my life after Taiwan. And I know that previously I have mentioned that I will actually leave Taiwan one day, and I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna say that I stand by that statement, that one day I will most likely leave Taiwan and continue with my life somewhere else. But these Chinese drills, these Chinese military exercises has absolutely nothing to do with that decision. And I can honestly say that there's no other time I want to be in Taiwan more than right now, where I can show my life in Taiwan and, according to me, the reality of living here in Taiwan and show you and the rest of the world just how absolutely amazing Taiwan is. But for now, I'm gonna continue with my Swedish vacation, and the next couple of videos will also be from my time in Sweden. For example, I will be giving my family and friends the entire Taiwan experience and letting them try some traditional Taiwanese drinks, snacks, noodles and desserts as well. So if that is something that you want to see, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel, and please also help me share this video so the rest of the world actually get to see another side of Taiwan, the right side, the correct side, the normal daily life of the life here in Taiwan. Before I end this, I also want to explain that one of these Swedish videos I made was actually an interview with Ambassador Yao himself, but we actually conducted this interview before this Pelosi visit, and I had no idea that the world was gonna look like it looks right now. So during that interview, we're not gonna talk anything about China or the US, we're just gonna focus about Taiwan and Sweden, two of my absolute favorite countries in the entire world. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lucas. Starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one. Whew, okay, now I can finally take this screen down.